for all the new subscribers. I know I have a ton of new subscribers. So thank you guys all for being here. So in this video, I just plan to talk about finals because it is the end of the spring semester and it is final time, crunch down time. So what I had planned to do was just record like before every final, but like, and how I study, but like, I don't know. I don't go to the library and study. Like, I just stay in my apartment and study. So I don't know. I guess this video is just going to be tips, I guess, because I was going to make it a course over the 2 weeks because I have finals this week coming up and then next week. So my last final is on the 10th and it's like May 1st today. So it's 2 weeks. So I don't know. Maybe this will just be a tip video since I don't really know what I would record, because like when I do finals, it's just like me going to class. Like there's nothing really special that I do. So yeah, and so as I'm talking, I'm just going to be updating my little board because it's in April and I'm going to write out all my final dates because I have a lot of them. Some of them are online, some of them aren't even at the regular class times, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, so it makes it so much harder for me to remember like what finals I have on what days, because some of them are on the same days as class, but they're not the same time period. I mean, not the same time period where a regular class was. Like, they either before that time period or way after, or different locations. So it's just a lot, you know. So firstly, I have my first final today. Actually, I have my chemistry lab final. It's only 25 questions. It's open book, open notes. So I'm gonna do that after I film this video, after I eat, and I'm just gonna go ahead and knock that out. And I have my little chemistry group chat or whatever in Snapchat. So I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna try to get together and, like, you know, be texting and stuff as we're doing it, because it was open yesterday, so the 30th, and it's open April 30th through May 3rd. So I'm just going ahead and get it knocked out today, because this weekend, that's what I was doing. I was trying to get homework knocked out the way, because this all I want to focus on is just tests that are coming up, and some of my teachers are giving us like last assignments to do. So I just tried to get those finished up this week or this weekend, so just to get it knocked out the way. So mostly my advice: don't take finals seriously. No, I'm just kidding. Do not take that advice. For me, most finals, if you're in college, are comprehensive, so it's over everything that you've learned that semester. But some of my finals aren't like that. Some of them are just set up like the rest of the tests in that class have been there. And I just want to mention that, like, every time that I say I have finals, everybody's like, oh, it's finals over. But for me, I don't know if it's because my major, I'm in wildlife biology, so I'm in the science, you know, portion. I have 4 tests each class every semester. Like, some people only have 1 test per class every semester, but no, I have 4 tests each class, so I have like 5 classes per semester. Now, so I have a final every probably like mid-month or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know how y'all do that, but that is not. I have tests all the time, like maybe 4 weeks apart from each other. I have a test every 4 weeks, and that's been since I've been in college. So I don't know how people get. I don't know what major they in, but yeah. Firstly. So don't get confused if people tell you that, oh, our finals over, because if you're a different major than them, then it's going to be different. So firstly, finals, just be prepared. Study like you've been studying. Some finals, like some of your teachers will like maybe drop a grade, like your lowest test grade, they'll drop your grade if your final is higher than whatever grade. So that's what my chemistry lecture is doing. So like we've already had 3 tests this semester, and the final will be our 4th one. So whatever grade that we get on our final, like if we get higher than one of these 3 tests, then he'll drop the lowest of these 3 tests and move the final to that. Or, you know, if you don't take the final, I guess it really doesn't affect you, I guess, because he's only keeping 3 test grades. And so yeah, you have that too as your backup plan. You know, if you know, I don't know, if something happens or whatever in the final and you just like flunk it, like, you know, I guess it's okay if you do. It won't really impact your grade that much, because your teacher's only going to take 3 test grades. And then some of my tests are, so like my chemistry is comprehensive, It's taking me so long to read this one. My final in chemistry is comprehensive. But I'm in chemistry 1305, so that's really not that bad. My teacher he's really good. We have a lot of homework assignments, and I have an A in that class right now, and my tests are really good. So even I plan to do well on the final. I've done well on all my other tests, but even if I don't, I should be fine. And then what else? Another class, it's not comprehensive, so it's just basically over, it's whatever we've learned since the last test, that's what we'll be tested over. So for me, that's just studying for a regular test. It's not really that, it's not like I'm trying to remember everything from the entire semester. Of course, there's going to be some stuff that you obviously should know because it's on every single test, that type of stuff, but mostly it's going to be over, just the stuff that I've learned from last test. So I think I have my chemistry lab test today that I'm taking my final, and then I'm taking, and I don't know what I'm taking, and then I have my chemistry lecture final, then I have my diversity of life final, and then I have my principles of wildlife final, and I also have finals on 2 days. I have 2 finals on the same day. One of them is at 1:30 and the other one is at 7:30, and both of them I have to remember so much. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. This is my first time, coming and running into that problem. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I wish it really was, but I don't know. Because at first I was going to ask, can I move one of my finals? Because those teachers are really nice. And I'm in college. I guess I just got to thug it out. It happens to people all the time. So I didn't even bother asking, is this normal? But in both of those classes, I have an A2, so that doesn't mean don't do good on your final. It doesn't mean just flunk out on your final. But I'm just saying, if my grade isn't up to par what I want it to be on the final, then I'll be okay. What color should I write May in? So yeah, what else? Eat before your final. I do not eat personally. I probably still won't eat when I take my final, but I'm telling you to eat. Plenty of rest. Now also don't do that. I go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. What else? Take the time out to study. I know as college students, we can get kind of busy. I don't want to write this in orange. Kind of busy doing other stuff, want to hang out with friends and stuff. That's understandable. It's easy to get distracted in college, especially if you have roommates and stuff. It's easy. This don't even show up. Personally, I would study every night. That's what I'm doing. Every night I'm just looking over my notes from whatever final that's coming up the soonest, or whatever my next one. That's what I'm doing. I'm just looking over it every night. I'm looking over all of them, but I'm looking over the most recent one, and then I'm just looking. Is that making sense? Let me see. I am looking over my notes from all my class, so I'm still studying for all my classes, but the most upcoming one, the one that's coming sooner, I'm looking over that one the most. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, definitely do that. Definitely recommend studying every night. Just even if you don't, if you're tired, I would just even skim through notes. If you just, I don't know if you work maybe, just skim through notes at least. Start it right there. How many days are there in May? Do what I'm doing. So right now, I always do this where all my assignments and stuff, but also write down when your finals are, especially if there are different time periods, different class days than your regular classes. I would definitely recommend doing this. AC is loud, so I know it's gonna be loud in my video, but if it's possible, go to an area that's quiet. So me, I have my own apartment, so nobody stays with me. So it's easy for me to study, but for in dorms, it's harder because you have roommates. Maybe their finals are on different days than you, or maybe they don't have finals, and there's a lot of noise. But there's always the library. Just go somewhere where it suits your study habits, or it's good for you. Maybe you study better if there's noise, or maybe you study better when it's quiet, like I do. So yeah, definitely take those things into consideration when finals comes up. But for the most part, it shouldn't be too hard, because I feel in college, all your tests are like finals, like all your tests that you would want to do good with. And yeah, so I feel like there's not really that big of a difference. But yeah, on final days, I also get to class early, but I'll do that for every test day. So, you know, just to get to class early and look over my notes, you know, there's no harm in that. Come to your final on time. Some teachers will not let you in. Come to your finals on time. I know people come to their finals in pajamas because, you know, it's the end of the semester. It's literally like your last class. Like, just make it on time. Make it to your finals on time. Okay, I actually ran out of days, but it's the 28th. You know, how many days are there, man? I think it's like 30. It'll be okay because I don't want to write it up here. And so, yeah, what else? Yeah, get to your finals on time, most definitely. What else have I seen people do in finals? Okay, like I know there's like classes that may start on a finals day. So like I'm personally taking summer classes. I have 3 summer classes. So I have one that starts the 11th, and that's right after my last final. So my last final is on the 10th, on a Tuesday. And my next class, my online class for the summer, starts on the 11th. And so I'm pretty sure we have a pretty extensive reading for that class. It's only 2 weeks. And I'm also going to be recording that, I guess, like my summer classes. I'm going to be vlogging in the summer, of course. But I think I'm going to see how I manage my summer classes during the summer. This is my first time doing summer classes in college. So definitely going to be recording that and seeing how I do on that. What else? This magnet came out. I don't know, guys. That's pretty much it. Like, that's all I have. Like, all the NOAA video, like, that's really all I do. Of course, I'm, like, writing my finals down. I said come to finals on time, eat, get plenty of rest. If you're down bad about studying, like, if you're just studying every single day, like, non-stop, definitely get out. Do not do that. You will overload your brain. Like, like me, personally, I will study, like, every once in a while, like study maybe for 2 hours or 45 minutes or something, but take a break, like watch TV, like go outside, like go hang with people, like to get your mind so that your mind retains the information. So like you're just not trying to jam it all in your mind. Like after you study a little bit, go out, take a walk, take a breather, watch TV, Netflix, get on TikTok, I don't care, and then come back to it and do that. Keep doing that, you know, and don't procrastinate. Do not try to cram a study, a final. Do not try to cram like information in your head like a night before the final or a few hours. I've done that, but it works if you're good under pressure. It definitely works. But let me show y'all one of my classes. Like let me show y'all one of my tests. I don't know if I'm gonna be trouble and get in trouble for this. I mean, probably not, because she's gonna make another test. But like so this test, like this is one of my finals, literally all open response. I think there's maybe like 1 multiple choice, 2 multiple choice, maybe. But like it's all open response like this. I got a 91 on this test. All open response. This is like a genetics class. So all open response. And like I know people try to cram all this information and you can't. Like you literally have to know definitions of like all sorts of things. Like literally, like you have to know like definitions of homologous chromosomes, whatever, to understand or to get the question right. So like this type of stuff, I definitely wouldn't recommend cramming. If it's multiple choice, usually multiple choice is easier because you got a 25% chance of getting it right, depending on how many answer choices you have. But like for the notes for my class, this class is like extensive. Like, geez, you cannot see my handwriting. It's so light. It's like the notes for my class that I take are pretty extensive. Like, there's no way I would be cramming this in my head. Like, no. So this class, I literally study. When I know there's a test coming up for that class, I study. But also that teachers give us a lot of practice problems to do. So I'll also recommend doing that. If it's not a class that's all open response like that, or I'm sorry, if it's not a class that's multiple choice, I would definitely recommend doing practice problems. So like that's like Punnett squares, like advanced Punnett squares. I would definitely recommend doing practice problems, just to, you know, build your confidence up, learn how to do stuff. So yeah, also, you know, I already told y'all this, but like this, like I just have all of my stuff written out, every single thing that I need to do during the week. So I'm pretty sure all my classes are done. I have, now it's just starting tomorrow, all my classes are just optional. So some of them are already done. Like I haven't been going to them for like 2 weeks now because they've just done, like, you know, we're done. Like for my chemistry lecture, that test is on like May 6th. So tomorrow he's doing a lecture or a review session over it. So if your professor is doing a review session, or if it's like optional for you to come to that class and it's like the last day of class and your professor's saying it's optional and you know your finals coming up, I would definitely recommend you go to that, because most likely you'll get to answer questions. Most likely a whole bunch of people won't come, so it'll only be probably you, a few other people, and the professor, and you'll have that opportunity, that class time, to ask those questions that you don't understand. And I guarantee you, like, they're gonna help you, because they're like, okay, you made the effort of coming here when I said this class, or said that it was optional, you know. So I would recommend doing that, and that's what I'm doing. I'm actually doing that. So yeah, so I'm taking my chemistry lab final today. I guess not, did pink show up? Yeah, it does. So I'm taking my chemistry lab final today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and write that down because I know I'm taking it. And also, me personally, like, I check my semester. Like, I already told y'all that I'm down bad about my grades. I check my grades like every day. But at the end of the semester, I definitely recommend checking it. Even though if it's too late, I don't know, if a grade like looks wrong or something, like, to boost your grade up, always email your professor, even though like they may not email you back because they're like, what are you emailing me this for? And this assignment was like 2 months ago. Just still do it anyway. Maybe they will, you know, have a little bit of sympathy for you, since this is the end of the semester, to help you get on by, especially for like a senior. I'm a junior by hours, but it's my second year, so I'm really a sophomore, but I'm junior by hours. I would definitely recommend do that, especially if you're a senior and like that's your last class and you just need that class to graduate. Definitely do that, even though you should already be on top of your you know, your grades, you know, per usual. But if not, you know, that's good. So I'm taking my chem lab today, then I have my chemistry lecture final on the 6th, so that's Friday. And I'm also going to write down the times, else I will not remember. So it's 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. and this is online, so I make sure, tell myself I don't have to go to any classroom. It's online. I don't like the way this pink looks. I don't know, maybe I want to write it in brown, but I wrote my dates in brown. I can write it with this blue. What is happening to my markers? Oh my god. Are these not the exact same markers? Oh yeah, I have a junction meeting for one of my online classes on the 4th. So I'm just gonna go to, even though that's not a final, it's something really important that I need to do. For one of my online classes, I'm camping out in Junction, Texas for 2 weeks. So we have to meet up, let us know about parking, times for leaving, what to bring, blah, blah, blah. Because you're camping for 2 weeks, so you do not get to come back to Lubbock, I'm pretty sure, unless dire situation. So that's on the 4th. What does it look like? My week is already packed, and it's only 2 things on here. And then I'm pretty sure I've knocked all my homework out the way for my diversity class. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Okay, I have a news article that's due the 3rd. So principles. So I have a news article that I need to find to talk about for easy participation grade. And then I have my disease paper, which I already wrote. I just have to print it out. So I try to get most of that homework stuff knocked out during the weekend, especially on finals. So during the week, that's all I have to remind myself where study is the final. And this week is really all this week is just last assignments that they're giving us to like get our points up, help people out, and then just review dates. So that's that. Chemistry lecture final, disease paper article, already got that. Somebody already did that. I'm also volunteering this weekend, so let me go ahead and write that down. Scales and trails. If you're in Lubbock, go ahead and check that out. I will be there at the radio telemetry station. On trails, that's at 10 in the morning. Okay, and then so that's all that I have for this week. And so then starting next week on the 10th, I have my Principles of Wildlife final, 7:30. See, 7:30 p.m. Why do you have a lecture? A final that late? But I also had a final that was like at 7:30 in the morning. I have never, ever heard of somebody taking a test at 7:30 in the morning. Not 7:30. Like ACT, I think is at like 9, maybe 8, 7:30. 7:30, and then I gotta get up because I have to cram last minute information in my head because I'm trying to make sure that I know it. So I have to get up, look over my notes and make sure I got it down packed. I actually got 100 on the test too, 100 on that final last semester. I was so proud of myself. To remind you, I don't know, maybe my teacher this semester, because I always have this little booklet out, so I'm always as soon as they tell me an assignment, I'm already writing it down. But I would be like, okay, what time is the final? They'll be like, look in the syllabus. So I'm like, if they're telling me that somebody is gonna down bad miss this final, because it's different time periods than normal class. Like this final that's starting at 7:30, our class is like at 6. So I guess that's okay because you can only come to class early. But her class, Diversity of Life, that's the teacher that I asked, okay, when's the final, to make sure I already looked at the syllabus, but I'm just wanting verbal confirmation for her. She's just look in the syllabus. I'm like, somebody down bad gonna miss this. So her final is at 1:30. Yep, I think that's done. That's all I really have for today. I just wanted to share tips and stuff. Instead of me vlogging over the course of the next 2 weeks. So since my finals are so spaced out and I usually just do my regular study thing, I just wanted to give you guys some tips over college finals, some things you should do. So yeah, I hope this was helpful for anybody that's on my channel, watches my channel, you're in college or going to college, or a freshman in college maybe. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come and share tips and tricks. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. So you guys, I just took that first that chem lab final that I was talking about. I just got a 92 on it. So this is your good luck form, you guys. Good luck on your finals this week if you're in college. Study, study, study. Stay on top of your books.